There we go. Get off mute there. So good afternoon, everyone. Went ahead and go live real quick as we have a couple of active tornado warnings here in the central part of the state. So we're going to take a look at them real quick and see if we can see what's going on. So again, we've got right now 4 different active tornado warnings. So I'm going to do a quick zoom out, and I'm going to zoom right in into the Mustang one. Again, we do have 2 tornado warnings in the northern part of the state, and then also one on the eastern part of Oklahoma. But the one that we're going to zoom in and look at right now is going to be the one near Mustang. So again, this is a brand new tornado warning that just got issued a couple minutes ago. And again, it is going to be basically right over, kind of the Mustang area, moving northeast about 30 miles per hour. So we're looking right about here. So this is going to be, we're looking, 29th Street, between 29th, 15th, and 44th. So again, if you live in the Mustang, Yukon area, go ahead and take your tornado precautions. So again, I'm looking at, so S&M Miller, even as north as CNS Anderson, and as we kind of go through the Mustang and Yukon area, go ahead and make sure that you give those people a call so they are taking their tornado precautions. Let me see real quick if I can do a quick shout out to a couple folks that are in that warning area. All right. So again, the 2 different active tornadoes warnings right now is again the one that is north of Mustang, and again it's just straight north of Mustang, not very far. So again, it's about 29th Street and in between Sarah and Morgan. Again, that is moving northeast. There is no active confirmation that it's on the ground. But again, still an active tornado warning that just came in. So again, we got that one going on northeast, and then out towards the eastern part. Again, if you're in the Choctaw or Hera location, there is another active tornado warning going on right now. Again, it is still moving, northeast about 20 miles per hour. And again, I don't think we have a lot of viewers out there right now, but there is an active one going. It is just me southwest of Choctaw, just by a couple miles. All right, I'm going to go back towards the one near Mustang because that's the one that's going to be impactful probably the most here. And again, let's see if that is kind of still kind of there. Again, right now we're going to be looking, again about 29th Street between Sarah and Morgan. It's now the latest radar scan is we're going to go right over I-40 right now. So about I-40 and South Council. So kind of right in that area. So 15th Street, I-40. So if you know anybody in that area, make sure to give them a phone call and let them know that hey, there is a tornado warning. And that is actively going again northeast about 30 miles per hour. So it's not super fast, it's not super slow, but it is moving throughout the metro. And again, when it's going to be crossing I-40 here in just a minute. Let me see if I can also, as we're kind of pulling everything up here, some of these storms. I'm just going to look down south if there's anything else down south concerning. Nope. Okay, so really that's the only 2 big things that we're going to be looking at is again this tornado warning that is coming right into the metro. Again, crossing I-40 around Council, somewhere around there. Again, it'll be being heading over Reno and I-40 in that area. Again, it's going to be going northeast about 30 miles per hour. And that's going to be heading, into Bethany, south parts of Bethany, western parts of Oklahoma City. So Nichols Hills, the village. Make sure that again, if you know anybody in that area, make sure they are becoming very weather aware. Yeah, it looks like it's crossing over I-40 at the moment. We're pretty close to it. So about I-40 and Reno. Let's take a look at some of the rotation data. Yeah, so right about in this little blue spot. Again, we're around, I'd say, kind of like this outlet mall area, because it's going to be around Council, Rockwell, in that kind of an area. And again, that's moving northeast about 30 miles per hour. And right now, that again, we have that active tornado warning going on right now, and we also have the tornado warning in the eastern part of Oklahoma County. So Joyce, near you, nothing. You're done. We're gonna have rain for a while. So, but over on the western sides, that's just rain. Unless another line spins up, but right now it's gonna be a lot of good rain. All right. So again, still watching. Again, this tornado warning again, it's not been confirmed by any trackers. I don't see any major debris lifted or anything like that yet. But it's going to be again Reno Avenue, Rockwell, Council, somewhere in there. Again, moving again northeast. And then we also have that storm again in near Choctaw. Unfortunately, that one is so close to the radar dish, it's going to be kind of hard to get a pinpoint accurate description. As that moves a little bit away, it'll be a little bit easier to see. But that's going to be the latest one. That's about 10 minutes ago. Yeah, so that's a little bit older. So let me see if there's also any trackers out right now. Taking a look at these two storms. Luckily, it looked like it's broadening a little bit with the rotation, so which is good. Let me take a quick look here and see if we've got any live trackers at the moment as we continue to cover this. Let me just do a quick little view on my other screen here. Nope. Okay, not on that one. So these again popped up pretty quick. And definitely, again, the rotation is kind of definitely broadened out a little bit, which is good. Again, we were just looking at again I-40 Council, Rockwell area. We'll see if it continues to strengthen or that continues to kind of rope on out. You'll be able to see just for a couple minutes ago that again that blue and that red combo is where those winds kind of come together. Now they're more of that green and red, which is what we're looking for. So that means again that rotation is kind of get a little bit more broad. So we'll again kind of keep watching it as it goes. So Chris Palmer just said anything near Sulphur. Give me just a quick minute and I will take a look real quick for you, Chris. And so again, Sulphur being a little bit north of Ardmore, so we're going to be looking ways down here near Sulphur here. So again, what I'd say, Chris, is right now you're going to be having some small storms pop up and moving towards the east over the next couple of hours. In just a little bit, we'll take a little bit of a track and see if there's any major activity going on near Sulphur, but nothing right now at the moment. So here in the farther bottom right of your screen. Michael, who lives in Lawton, says that there's tornado sirens going off right now in Lawton. So we're going to take a quick little zoom in on the Lawton side. And then again, I'm going to go right back to the Mustang one. So again, we're not going to forget that one. For the Lawton one, yeah, I would highly suspect here in the Lawton area that there is some pretty good rotation going on right over the city of Lawton. There's not an active tornado warning at the moment, but that could change here very shortly, so we'll take a look at it. Let's zoom back up towards the one near the city. I think this one's pretty much kind of broadened at the moment. So we're still kind of watching it. Again, right now we're going to be watching, over 23rd Street, Meridian, somewhere around that kind of area, 16th Street. But right now it's pretty much broadened, which is good for that particular tornado warning that popped up. And hopefully there's not too much of a lag here. I am trying a new streaming software, so you guys will have to let me know if you guys see any major degradation or any problems or anything. I'm also streaming to a brand new YouTube channel, so if you like YouTube better, I will pop that in our link here at the end. But again, hopefully you guys don't notice anything too crazy. But let's zoom in on again on that storm here near the city. So we're still watching again this kind of areas again. You kind of see that light blue kind of color and the red. Again, that's the winds going towards and away from the radar dish. So anytime you see those couple of those colors together, that's really where you can kind of see the where's that little sucker at? There we go. You can see again that's again that motion is taking that air in, going that way, and then the green is kind of going in that way. So again, anywhere those little spots kind of meet, that is where you'd see the rotation at. All right, so that tornado warning did just get updated. So a minute ago. Let's see. Again, the latest is going to be issued until 5:30. So again, yeah, 4:51, so a minute ago. The tornado, warning for the storms located 3 miles west of the city, moving northeast at 40 miles per hour. So again, it's a little bit faster. Picked up a little bit of speed. Right now, nothing that's crazy yet. From a rotation perspective, still fairly broad. But again, even if that's the case, again, if you live in the village, northern parts or northwest parts of Oklahoma City, east of Bethany, anywhere in that area, Northwest Expressway, again, go ahead and make sure that you are taking your tornado precautions because they do spin up, quite quickly. Do a quick little zoom out real fast. I'm gonna take a look at that storm near Lawton, see if there's anything too crazy at the moment. Yeah, it is still going, but nothing that looks immediate. So we'll zoom back in here on this storm. Again, you can kind of see that line, again, all that reds and lines as they kind of go through. So anytime you see this little bump out little notches, in that brighter green color and the brighter red color, anytime you kind of see that along this line, that's where those quick little spin ups can occur. So again, right now we're looking at Portland and Roth Avenue. So Portland and Highway 66, around that area right now. Grand Boulevard. So again, that's going to be continue to move northeast about 40 miles per hour. So that's one spot. And again, new tornado warning that also was just issued again over for the eastern parts of Oklahoma County. Again, this is going to be going up to Wellston and Warwick eventually, east of Jones. But again, this is also, again, about a minute ago. Again, it's, located near Jones, moving northeast at 25 miles per hour. So, again, unfortunately, this one's so close to the radar dish, it's going to be hard to pick it. But it looks to be about right there, I'd say. So again, this is going to be northeast or southeast of Jones. Again, that's going to be going northeast, through Oklahoma County, and eventually going to be impacting again. If you know anyone in Wellston, east of Luther, and then eventually into the Chandler area. So again, that's that storm that's going to be going northeast, and again about 25 miles per hour. So it's going a little bit slower. And then here in the metro, we're looking at, again, at this current tornado warning for Canadian County. Went ahead and get canceled. So again, if you are in Canadian County, this is all over for you. Anywhere west of this line, you're done. Not a whole lot going on. It is all to the west. If you're in the city right now, Again, we're looking at some not too bad of hail. We're looking, around nickel size hail. Maybe get a couple of quarters in there if you're unlucky. But right now, again, that is really going to kind of watch these two little areas. Again, anywhere in this line where we see these little bump outs and the brighter colors, we're going to have to kind of watch those as they continue to move throughout the city. So that's, again, this little bump out is going to be, again, right near, I-44, and I think that's Northwestern Avenue. So yeah, I-44 Northwestern. So this little bump out area, again, as it continues to move towards the northeast. Let's see if I can't pop up one more other little look here. All right. Okay, so we'll go ahead and continue on here. Here we go. Yeah, some of the alert summaries I'm just taking a look at. Nothing yet. So I'm going to do a quick little zoom out. Look at that storm near the Lawton area just for a quick second. That one's kind of still's got some made broad rotation, but nothing that's crazy yet. We're going to keep watching that one near Lawton. Again, the two tornado warnings we have going on in the middle part of the state. There is a couple more in the northern part of the state, near Perry. But again, the one that's currently we're looking at that's going through the metro from a warning perspective, nothing crazy yet. Still a little broader. It was a lot tighter earlier. So we'll continue to kind of watch it here as it moves again towards the northeast. It picked up a little bit of speed. It's going about 40 miles per hour now as it moves through the metro. This little product, you kind of see these little blue lines. This is kind of what we look at the different rotation and see what kind of rotations we got. As the colors start to go to greens and yellows and reds, that's where we really kind of have to look out. But right now, I don't see anything super concerning at the moment. Let me look down the line again. If you are near Bridge Creek, Newcastle, Moore, Norman, that kind of area. Again, right now, I'm gonna watch this little as I say this. Okay, so brand new tornado warning that I was just looking at. This is going to be for Newcastle. So this is going to be for southeast of Newcastle. Just got issued. Again, this was so a minute ago. Look at 3 miles southeast of Bridge Creek, moving northeast at 20 miles per hour. So again, this is going to be right about here. Might be even a little bit closer. Yeah. So there we go. We were talking about earlier that little green, on the rotations area. So we'll kind of track that. I know the radars are not quite picking up right now. But again, this is going to be in a couple miles south of Newcastle and Bridge Creek. That's moving towards the northeast. So again, if you live, again south of Newcastle, if you live on the western sides of Norman, Moore, this is going to be eventually heading your way. So again, make sure that if you know anybody in these areas, get them on the phone. If they're not watching the weather, we need to, because again, these are kind of quick little spin ups that happen really fast. There are a plethora of different people watching, from a storm tracker. So hopefully we'll be able to see if anything does actually drop. But again, it is going to be, south of Newcastle, about 3 miles, 2.5, 3 miles south of Newcastle. And this is going to be moving northeast about 20 miles per hour, so it's not going to be moving super fast. So again, if you're in, south of Newcastle, west sides of Norman, Moore, anywhere in this area, this is going to be heading your way. You guys might remember I said that there was a chance of tornadoes, but the probability is pretty small. I'll retract that last statement about the very small probability, as these kind of quickly spun up. Again, those are kind of the active ones right now. If you look down, Lawton and other areas, again, still some broader rotation going on near Lawton. We'll take a look at that here in a minute. But the biggest ones at the moment are going to be these, again, these 3 active tornado warnings. Again, one near south of Newcastle. So we're looking at, Portland Avenue and 32nd Street. And Highway 62. So in this area, kind of what we're looking at. Then we're looking 350th Street between that and again Portland and May. So again, this is going to be moving northeast at about 20 miles per hour. So J and C Meyer, go ahead and make sure that you're taking a look at this. Again, anyone that is west of Norman. This is going to be crossing the river here before too long. So again, right now we're kind of looking at again between Portland and May and 32nd Street and 350th Street. So again, right in this area. Put a little marker on this little kind of this circle area right here. Again, this is going to be moving again towards the western sides of Norman. Southern parts of Moore is going to be be impacting here pretty soon. So so Cynthia just said that in Moore the tornado sirens are going off, so that's true. Right now, Cynthia, again, just to give you a view of where you are on the map versus where we're looking at, so I'm going to circle you. So you're right here, and I'm going to be a big pink dot here, and of course we're looking at it right here. So again, this hopefully will continue to go again a little bit more towards the northeast. We will continue to watch it. So the sirens just stopped, so that's kind of an interesting thing. So that tornado warning is still, unless they, is definitely still active. As that continues to get strengthened a little bit, and then we're going to go up towards the northern tornado warning in just a minute. It's not super concentrated yet. Let's take a quick little view of that just to help us see it. Something that I can do very quick. So those little greens and blues, as they get closer towards the ground, there's more, better chance of tornadoes. Right now, we still have some broader rotation, so we're going to continue to watch it. But again, right now, we are looking at that main rotation. Yeah, still kind of broad. Kind of going over the river right now. That was, near Penn and the Canadian River, South Canadian River. So that's going to be again moving, again northeast. So again, if you live on the western sides of Norman, southern parts of Moore, this is again where kind of going. Look, let's take a look again back up north. Kind of do a quick scan of the line here. So the tornado warning again up north that was going through the city. Meh. It's pretty much flattened out, which is good. I don't see anything crazy yet at the moment. So we'll see how long, again, that tornado warning is going to go on. There is still, of course, the active tornado warning, and again, as we kind of move over in the eastern parts of Canadian County. Again, that's still going to go into Warwick and Wellston near Chandler. Again, so that is still actively going. but we're focused right now on the southern storm. Again, near Newcastle right now. It's about about 3.5 miles, 4 miles southeast of Newcastle. Again, this is going to be going northeast, maybe a little bit more east. Some pretty big size hail, unfortunately, going on with this storm as well. But from a rotation perspective, nothing crazy yet. It's still trying, but it's going right over the river at the moment. Okay. Yeah. So Cynthia, I would expect that those sirens are probably going to be going off for a little while longer, as it is continuing to again move northeast. Um, Again, we're going to be looking again right at the Canadian River. We'll wait for the latest scan here in just a minute. But again, if you know anyone in the western parts of Norman, again, southern parts of Moore, even more proper. Again, just make sure that you're taking your tornado precautions. Hopefully, you guys are all be hearing the sirens. Your phones are probably going off like crazy across the board. So uh, make sure you are taking those precautions. I'm gonna do a quick zoom out real fast. So I know a lot of other folks are on. Again, start on the very bottom right now. Through the Lawton area that's about to be kind of past you. Again, if you're in the western part of this whole line, Canadian County, Caddo County, even Chickasha, all this area to the west, this is it. That's the end. Nothing too crazy. Again, right now we do have those 3 tornado warnings. Again, one in eastern part of Oklahoma County. That one's kind of moving on up to Wellston and Warwick. I don't think that one's going to do a whole lot of activity. The one in the metro area, nothing too crazy yet. It's kind of flattened out. And then, so right now, the ones we're all watching again is the one that is coming over the river. And this is going to be on the western sides of Norman. Nothing too crazy yet. Apologize, my eyes are running today. All right. Feel free to say hi in chat, or again, if you want to, you can always hop on to my new YouTube channel, and then you can chat that way. It's a little bit faster, I found, to be able to view you guys. I'll see if I can post that here at some point in the chat below, but won't take a look at that at the moment. Okay, so let's go zoom back in towards again this tornado warning. Again, that is still trying. So we're looking at the western parts of Norman. It almost looks okay. So this is a new update. So this is going to be a confirmed tornado on the ground. So again, this is going to be going into the western parts of Norman. So there is a storm spotter that has just confirmed. That's why that box went pink on my screen. So that's an automatic that somebody has not only has it been issued by the National Weather Service, but somebody has seen the tornado on the ground. Let's see if I can get a little more information on it besides just that information. Yeah, so right now it just says, a tornado is on the ground. Please take cover. Again, just as our standard ones, right? Move to a basement or an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows. If you're outdoors or in a mobile home, make sure, or in a vehicle, again, make sure to get into your substantial shelter that we all know about. Okay, so this is yeah, we're going to begin to be the western sides of Norman at the moment. Let me again also see if there is anybody that I can key on to that is live streaming or tracking this. I know this wasn't a particular high warning date for tornadoes, so there's not a whole lot out right now. But we're gonna be, again, right now we're kind of looking. I know it's kind of hard to see the exact spot, but again, this is gonna be moving almost due east, maybe a little bit more towards the east. But again, we're in the western sides of Norman. Again, Merkel Drive. We're looking, at 24th. Again, it's going to be crossing, I-35 here in just a moment. So again, if you're in the, again, waiting for, uh-oh. Did I lose my internet? Uh-oh. Hopefully I didn't lose. Hopefully we're back here. If anyone feels free, they can comment and say hi. Yes, you can actually hear me. I think I got paused for a second here, so hopefully I am back. All right, so we're gonna continue to track this. Hopefully you guys can hear me. But again, we're going right over I-35, heading into the western sides of Norman. As this continues to move almost, in an easterly direction. Again, moving east about 30 miles per hour. So Cynthia, if you're still there, again, this is going to be, far south of where you are here in Moore. So again, that's a good news for you. Maybe not so good news for the folks here in Norman. But I think I might be frozen. Hopefully not. Hopefully I didn't lose my internet. That would be very unfortunate. There we go. I think I'm back here. Well, it does look like I'm frozen on Facebook. Let me try to... There we go. I think I'm back. At least I hope I am. I'm hoping that's not that big of a lag. If anyone's able to still watch, and feel free to say hi real quick, because that way I know that there's someone going on. Give me just a quick second here and to find out if things are going kind of crazy here.